You think you're hungry, but you're not. Not like this. You haven't marched for days with nothing but a crust of bread. You haven't chewed meat so old it fights back. You haven't drunk water that might kill you faster than thirst. You haven't woken weaker than the day before and still had to stand. You look at what you've been given: dark bread, a strip of salted meat. Maybe. This is not food. This is survival. This is England, 1348. And if you were here, you wouldn't last. You wake before the sun, not by choice, by cold. It reaches you first, through the ground, through your clothes, into your bones. You open your eyes. Darkness, not complete, but heavy, the kind that feels thick, close. You hear movement, not loud, never loud. Men shifting beside you, a quiet cough, another. Someone groans, trying not to. Armor scrapes against armor, a slow, dragging sound, metal against metal. Uncomfortable, constant. You push yourself up. Your body resists, slower than it should be, heavier, as if the night did not give anything back, only took more. The ground beneath you is damp. Cold seeps through your hands as you steady yourself. You look around. Shapes begin to form. Figures sitting, some already awake, some never slept. A fire burns nearby, low, weak, barely alive. Its light flickers across tired faces, hollow eyes, unshaven skin, men who look older than they are. Smoke hangs in the air. It doesn't rise, it lingers, trapped. You breathe it in, again and again. There is no fresh air here, only shared breath, used air, heavy with exhaustion. You pull your cloak tighter. It doesn't help. Nothing here really does. For a moment, no one speaks, no orders yet, no movement, just waiting, waiting for the day to begin, waiting for the march, waiting for hunger to return. But it never left. It's already there, quiet, constant, growing. And in that moment, before the sun, before the orders, before the first step, you understand something. This is not rest. This is only the pause before it gets worse. Someone passes food down the line, no words, just movement, hand to hand, until it reaches you. You take it. Bread, dark, rough, uneven. It doesn't look like something made to be eaten. It looks like something made to last. You turn it in your hand, feel its weight. Too heavy, too dense. You knock it lightly against your palm. It barely reacts. Solid, almost like wood. You bring it closer. The smell is faint. Dry grain. And something else. Something older. You don't question it. You can't. You raise it to your mouth and bite. It resists immediately. Your teeth press down. But it does not give easily. Your jaw tightens, strains. You feel the pressure in your temples. Then finally, a small break. You chew, slowly, carefully. Each movement takes effort. The texture is rough, sharp in places. It scrapes the inside of your mouth. Your tongue presses against it, trying to soften it. But there is no moisture, no warmth, nothing to help. You keep chewing because you have to. You feel it breaking down, not into something pleasant, just into something swallowable. The taste is dull, flat, grain and bitterness, sometimes mixed with whatever was available when it was made, not always clean, not always safe. You swallow. It goes down heavily, slow. You feel it travel, settle, not like food, more like weight. You take another bite, smaller this time, more careful. Your jaw already aches, but you continue because stopping is worse, because this is all you get. Around you, others eat the same way, no talking, no reaction, just chewing. Slow, mechanical, survival. A man nearby dips his bread into water, trying to soften it. The water is cloudy. He doesn't hesitate. He eats. Another breaks his portion with a knife. The blade struggles more than it should. This is not fresh. It was never meant to be. It was made to last through days, weeks, maybe longer. You look at what remains in your hand. Still too much, and not enough. You take another bite, forcing your body to accept it, because this is not about hunger anymore. This is about staying upright, staying moving, staying alive. You swallow again, your throat tight, dry, and already you feel it. The hunger isn't gone. It never was. This doesn't fill you. It only delays what comes next, and what comes next is always worse. You're given a strip of meat, if you're lucky. It doesn't look like food at first. It looks like something that has already been through too much. Dark, dry, edges hardened from time. You hold it in your hand. It feels stiff, almost unnatural. You bring it closer. The smell reaches you before the taste. Sharp, salty. But underneath that, something else, something old. You hesitate just for a second, then you bite. It doesn't break cleanly. The fibers resist, stretch, pull. You have to tear it apart with force. Your jaw tightens, teeth grinding slowly through something that no longer feels fresh. You chew and chew and chew. The salt hits first, overwhelming, burning slightly, pulling moisture from your mouth instead of giving anything back. Your throat feels dry immediately. You swallow anyway, because you have to, because there is nothing else. You look closer now. The surface is uneven, dark patches, hard sections, some parts softer than others, too soft. You try not to think about why. This meat was never meant to be good, only to last days, weeks, long enough to keep you moving, even if it slowly turns against you. Sometimes it already has. The taste lingers longer than it should, heavy, unpleasant, but familiar. You force yourself to take another bite, because hunger is stronger than doubt. Around you, others eat the same. No one complains. No one reacts. This is normal. This is expected. This is what keeps you alive, or at least keeps you going. You swallow again. Feel it sit in your stomach. Not warm, not satisfying, just present. And already, you know it won't be enough. This is not a meal. It only looks like one. What you hold in your hands is not food in the way you understand it. It is survival measured in small, controlled portions. Bread comes first. Always bread. Dark, heavy, dense enough to last for days or weeks. Sometimes made from wheat, sometimes mixed with whatever was available, barley, rye, even ground peas or husks. You can taste it, not as flavor, but as weight. It fills your mouth, your stomach, but never satisfies you. Then comes the meat. If there is meat, salted, dried, sometimes smoked, preserved long enough to survive the journey. Not fresh, never fresh. You tear at it. Fibers resist. Your jaw works harder than it should. The taste is sharp. Salt and something else, something old, sometimes too old. You smell it before you eat it, and still, you eat it, because you cannot afford not to. There are days when even this is gone, when meat disappears first, then portions shrink. Bread becomes thinner, harder, less frequent, and suddenly, you are not eating meals anymore. You are eating moments, a bite here, another later, stretching what little you have across hours that feel longer than they should. Sometimes there is porridge, if grain is available, boiled with water, thin, watery, barely enough to call food. It fills the stomach for a moment, then leaves just as quickly. Vegetables are rare, fresh food even more so. Armies do not carry gardens. They carry what survives time, and time destroys everything, slowly, silently, inevitably. You begin to understand something. Food here is not about strength, not about health, not about comfort. It is about delay, delaying hunger, delaying weakness, delaying the moment your body begins to fail. And the worst part is that even this is not guaranteed. Supply lines break, weather ruins transport. The army moves faster than food can follow. And when that happens, what you eat becomes whatever you can find, or nothing at all. This is what soldiers really ate. Not meals, not nourishment, just enough to keep moving, one step at a time, until they couldn't anymore. You are thirsty, not slightly, not comfortably, but constantly. It never leaves you. Your mouth feels dry, your throat tight. Every swallow reminds you there is nothing left. You look around. Water is there, close. A stream moving slowly beside the road. A shallow pool collected from rain. Dark, still. You kneel. You hesitate, because you already know. You have seen what it does. Men drink without thinking. Desperate, they scoop it with their hands, drink deeply, too quickly, and for a moment, it helps. The dryness fades. The body feels alive again. But later, they slow down. Their steps become uneven. Their faces change, pale, sweating. You hear it before you see it. Coughing, groaning, something inside them turning. There is no cure, no warning, just consequence. You look at the water again. It reflects nothing, no sign of danger, no movement, no smell strong enough to stop you. That is what makes it worse. It looks safe. It never is. You reach down. Your hand touches the surface. Cold, too cold. You bring it to your mouth. Pause just for a second, then drink. Because you have no choice. Because thirst is immediate and death can wait for now. The command comes without warning. Move, no explanation, no delay. You rise because you have to. Your body resists, not dramatically, not all at once, but enough. Your legs feel heavier than they should. Your muscles slow to respond, as if something inside you is already running out. You take the first step, then another, and the march begins. The ground is uneven. Mud pulls at your boots with every step. Not clean mud, thick, wet, mixed with everything that has passed through this road before you. Men, animals, waste, time. You try to walk steadily, but your balance feels different now. Weaker, less certain. Your stomach is empty again, already. The food you ate this morning, if it can be called food, is gone, burned away by movement, by effort, by survival itself. There is nothing left, but the hunger remains, constant, sharp, unfinished. The line moves forward, slow, relentless. No one talks much anymore. There is no energy for it, only the sound of movement, boots pressing into the earth, armor shifting with each step, breathing, heavy, uneven. You look around. Others feel it too. You can see it in the way they walk, in the way their shoulders drop slightly lower, in the silence between them. No one complains because it changes nothing. Time stretches. Minutes feel longer. Distance feels greater. You focus on small things. One step, then another. Do not stop. Do not fall behind, because falling behind means being left. Your body begins to burn, not from strength, but from lack of it. Every movement costs more than it should. Your legs shake slightly. Your hands feel weaker. Even your grip changes. And still, the march does not stop. It cannot. Because this is not just movement. This is survival in motion. You are burning through what little you have left with every step, and there is nothing coming to replace it. You swallow. There is no saliva left. Your throat is dry. Your head feels lighter, slightly distant, as if you are not fully inside your own body anymore. And then you understand something. This march is not just taking you forward, it is taking something from you, step by step, piece by piece. Strength, clarity, control. But you keep moving because stopping is worse. Stopping means weakness. Stopping means falling, and falling means you do not get back up. So you walk, one step, then another, until the only thing left is movement itself. Hunger does not hit all at once. It builds, slowly, quietly. At first you feel weaker, just a little. Your steps are heavier, your grip less certain. You ignore it. You have to. But then it grows. Your arms tire faster, your legs hesitate before each step, your breathing becomes uneven. Even simple movements feel harder than they should. You notice others. A man stumbles. Another slows down. No one speaks about it because everyone feels it. The body is failing, not from battle, not from wounds, but from something simpler, something constant, the lack of food. And once it starts, there is no way to stop it. Then comes the moment, the one no one talks about, when there is nothing left, no bread, no meat, no supplies. You search your bag again, even though you already know, empty. Around you, others do the same. Hands moving faster, more desperate. Someone finds crumbs, another finds nothing. You look at the ground, at things you would never notice before, roots, bitter leaves, anything. Hunger changes what matters, changes what is acceptable, changes you. A man nearby tears at something raw. He doesn't look at anyone. No one looks at him, because everyone understands this is the line, and once you cross it, you don't come back. What you eat turns against you. At first it's small, a discomfort, a tightening in your stomach, easy to ignore. You keep moving, you have to. But then it grows. Pain spreads slowly, then faster. Your body weakens from the inside. Your legs feel heavier. Your head feels light. You struggle to focus. The water you drank wasn't clean. The meat you ate wasn't safe. You knew it. But you had no choice. You look around. Others feel it too. Some try to hide it. Some can't. One man stumbles, falls, doesn't get back up. No one stops. No one can. Because here, sickness is not rare, it is expected, and weakness means you won't survive. You are never full, never rested, never ready. Your body feels heavier with each step. Your arms slow, your legs resist. Even lifting your head takes effort. Sleep does not restore you. It only pauses the damage. You wake just as tired, sometimes worse. Your strength fades quietly, not all at once. But enough to matter. And in this world, that is all it takes. You fear the enemy, of course, the clash of steel, the moment everything becomes chaos. But that is not the only fear, not even the strongest one. You fear your own body, the weakness in your arms, the slow reaction of your hands, the moment when you try to stand and can't. You feel it every day, hunger taking something from you, piece by piece. You fear being too slow, too weak, too late. Because here, battle does not decide everything. Sometimes your body gives up first, and when it does, there is no fight left in you. You slow down without meaning to, just for a moment, just enough to notice. The man beside you is quieter than before. Another walks with a slight limp. Someone behind you coughs and doesn't stop. You look around, and for the first time, you really see them. Faces thinner, eyes hollow, movement slower, not weak enough to fall, but not strong enough to last. No one says it. No one needs to. You feel it. This is not just hunger. This is decline. Slow, unavoidable, already happening. You look at the food in your hand, small, insufficient, temporary, and something shifts inside you. A realization, cold, clear. This will not get better, not tomorrow, not next week. This is the condition. This is the reality. And for some of them, it has already gone too far. They just haven't fallen yet. You stop. Just for a second. You look at the food in your hand. Hard bread, a small piece of meat, barely enough. You understand now, this is not a diet. This is endurance. And most would not survive it. You take a bite. Force yourself to swallow and keep moving, because stopping is not an option. This world, rebuilt using AI from medieval engravings, maps, and records, lets you walk through England as it was in 1348, not as a story, but as a place. And for a moment, you were there.